Hello there, how's it going? Welcome back to the show. Thanks for clicking on this one. My name's Pat Dan, and today I have some big news. I haven't actually talked about this yet, but it happened a while ago. Quadeca did drop a single for Life 1, and I did want to bring it up because I think it's very exciting. And it's very much something that it matters to me as a Quadeca fan, and I enjoy sharing my interests, showing you guys something that I enjoy on here. So I just wanted to put you on a little bit of something here. Was just listening to it like the moment before I recorded this so I could remember what it sounded like, even though I already did. I kind of wanted an excuse to hear it again, but it's a pretty solid single, pretty exciting track. Quadeca going crazy. Someone in the comments I saw said it's kind of like a Chance the Rapper hit, but with Quadeca flair added to it, and it kind of has that energy. It's very different. It's like, it's not as out there as some of his other stuff. He's really reeling it in terms of I think hyperpop and like folktronica influence, and skewing more towards the commercial pop side of things, which I think it's a good sound for him. It works out. Not why I subscribe to the idea, but I'm there for sure. Shawty, put that on me, do it again. Shawty, put that on me, do it, type shit. Anyway, we're here on Reddit Gets Drawn Badly with Chuch Uwu, who says, I would love to see some silly art of myself. We got this silly little goober with glasses on the mug, paired with a silly little goober with glasses behind the mug. You love to see that just facial expression. It's really a one of one. And for that reason, I had to invest in this image, because I couldn't help but give my own, input into this human being here. Like, why are they allowed to look like this? Like, why are they allowed to have this face? It's too silly. I don't know, something about just the way they look in this photograph, like the face they're making is really just like, it makes me want to guffaw. I don't know, something about it like tickles my funny bone in a way that's like primal. Like, I don't know why I find this funny. It shouldn't be funny. It's just a person making a weird face. Like, it's not that crazy. But to me, it's actually, for some reason, really funny. And I know it sounds like I'm lying, but I've looked at this image so much before recording it. By which I mean for like 10 seconds that the initial hit of humor kind of wore off. But for the first 10 seconds I saw it, like, that is genuinely how I felt. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. I think it's the combination of the dog on the mug, because she really does look exactly like the dog. Like, I hate to say stuff like that, because it's like, you don't want to offend a Reddit poster who so graciously gave their likeness to the art community to be drawn, but it's also like, she looks just like the dog. Like she looks exactly like picture perfect like the dog. It's kind of crazy the way that she is in no way any different from this dog that I'm seeing. Spending a lot of time getting this main shape down. I think I usually spend a lot less time, and I think it kind of is my downfall on occasion. As you guys know, I usually don't like to, do a lot of fluff in these videos. I like to keep it short and sweet, nice and easy, just kind of consolidated to the drawing itself. But I really did feel like this one was special, because it's a Quadeca drop. So I felt like, you know what, I'm going to send it. I'm just going to show you guys what's up in the world, let you guys know that things are happening, and give you a little fun time, so I did show you my Quadeca appreciation just for a little bit there. Had to do it to him. I hope you guys go out and listen to the album when it's, all said and done, because I really do think it's going to be a pretty solid one. I think it's got some potential. I think it has got some potential. It took me a long time to find a color here, and I'm not happy with the one I ended up on, but sometimes you got to settle. This face shape is also not good. I have trouble making jawlines not look like super masculine. So a lot of the time when I try and draw like a more feminine looking portrait, I just fail. Like it never really hits, you know. But this time I think is our chance to redeem ourselves live on camera. I really think the pressure is going to push me to do great things. I always, you know what, for a long, long time, I would say for the majority of my time here on Earth, I've said like, I work best under pressure. Like that's been, I don't know why I said it like that. That was a really weird way to say it, but I think I've been under the impression that like high pressure situations are the only way to get me to do work. And for a lot of time, usually true. So not that crazy of a conclusion to draw, to be quite frank, but I don't think that means I work best under pressure. Sit with me here and just allow me to paint a picture with my words. Imagine a world where I didn't need, like, this is a fantasy world, right? Obviously this doesn't exist, but imagine a world where I didn't need the pressure to get me to start doing something. And imagine a project that I just started by myself because I felt like it. I think that project probably could be better than anything I've ever done, and could I think the potential for greatness on something that I start by my own volition is much higher than the potential for greatness on something that I start based on pressure. So maybe I've been lying to myself my whole life, and actually I don't work best under pressure, but I just haven't seen myself working not under pressure yet. So I haven't discovered that. Like, I don't know it because I've never had the opportunity to witness it in action, That's my current theory. I'm really having to make up the entirety of this individual's hair on the top of their head. I don't know if you noticed this, but as I was scrolling through all the pictures, you might have seen that there were no pictures that actually show the top of her head. So I don't know. I don't want to make any crazy assumptions, but it does lead me to believe that she has crazy hairline. Like, she's got to have a horrible, awful, terrible forehead or something like that. Because not a single one of these, they were all cropped at the exact same spot on her head. So I've got to think, like, what is up there that she's hiding? Like, what she got up there that she doesn't want us to see. And if you're not thinking that, you need to be a little bit more proactive in questioning the things around you. If you just accept everything that's handed to you like that, you're going to get, fucked over one way or another at some point in your existence. Yeah, this is very manly. I don't know how to fix that. I think we're just going to have to live and live. Also forgot to put, oh my God, this is horrible. I forgot to put up the image. That was a rookie mistake. And probably not going to be the first time, or probably going to be the last time, but it is the first time. So a little bit of a milestone here for us who were here to watch it occur in real time. Congratulations, you have been a part of history on the Pat Dan channel. That's not going to happen every time. That's actually only going to happen once. This is the only time that is going to occur. So be prepared for that. Be prepared to never see that happen again. I don't think it'll actually only happen once. I think we'll probably see it a couple times. Shawty, put that on me. Do it again, shawty. Put that on me. I just want to be featured in a Quadeca song one day. I really do. It's my dream. If Quadeca came up to me today, right now, and said, Pat Dan, I have an open feature spot, and you were the only guy for the job, I'd probably pass out, and I'd probably die, to be honest, like die of shock, but I'd die happy, right? Like my life would be a good stopping point for me in terms of just fulfillment. Like, that would be just about everything I could have asked for, everything that I have asked for. Actually, I every night I create a new vision board of like, okay, what did this day teach me about what I want in life? Every day it's the same. It's just Quadeca feature. So yeah, I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, but if you guys could I don't know, hit him up if anyone out there knows the guy or like has his contact info. Just hit him up. Say there's this guy that you need to meet. That's all you got to say. Don't say anything else because if you elaborate, he's probably going to be less interested. The air of mystery is really what I need here to work in my favor. Yeah. We're looking at some horrible starting point, to be honest. I was going to say great starting point, but I think that would have been probably a little bit of a lie. But I think we can make it better. I do. That much that one's not a lie. It's just how we're going to get there is a little bit elusive to me at this point. But so are a lot of things. I mean, for one, I think many like games are elusive to me, many video games. A lot of those are a little complex for my taste. You know, mathematics is a little bit elusive to me. D&D for sure is one of those things that is very elusive to me. I don't know if you guys have have ever seen D&D being played or like how into the nerd culture you are, but it's like there's a lot going on. Every time I see anyone ever play D&D, I'm like, this is crazy. I don't know that I could handle it. But the crazy part is, the unfortunate thing about that is that I would love to play to be the kind of person that plays D&D. I really would love to be a part of a D&D campaign, but I don't think I have what it takes. Like I'd fall very hard onto the concrete under the pressure that has been placed upon my shoulders of maintaining like a consistent character throughout a play session and saying things that aren't entirely stupid and doing things that aren't going to make other people have less fun. Like I don't know, I'd be really stressed out. That and also just the fact that there are so many rules. Like I didn't even mention the rules, but there's a lot of them. And that's probably a big turn away for me as well, as much as I hate to admit it. Like I'm a rules guy. I love rules. You know, I'd like to present myself as such to you, and that's why I'm saying this. But sometimes it goes over too far. You know, there's a limit of rules that you can endure, and D&D has kind of passed that limit for me. So I don't think I can say much more on that. Anyway, here we go in with our thingamabob here. Shawty, put that on me, do it again. Sorry, I really love the song. I really love Dark Magic. It's really good. You guys have to listen to it for sure after this video is over. Pop it open. Hit a like on it. Subscribe to the Quadeca channel. It will be a good change in your life. I've put so many people in my life onto Quadeca. I know I've probably talked about this, but every single friend of mine has been forced to listen to Quadeca, and just by way of like, almost I would call it like, what is the thing when you become a fan of your captor? Like you start to like the person who's captured you. It's called like something or other. You know what I'm talking about. It's like that, but with like music, where they're like, yeah, I've heard this song so many times that I feel like I like it. But it's like they don't actually like it. They're just trying to convince themselves. And so eventually they concede and they're like, okay, fine, I like Quadeca, whatever. But you know, it's not true. And I know that. But I continue to force them to fall to my manipulation tactics anyway, because I think it's fun. I guess. I don't know. That's one word I would use probably to describe it. This is pretty frightening at the moment. The like current state of it is like it's not looking very human-like. It's more robotic. We're kind of in that uncanny valley right now. This actually looks almost exactly like that one robot in the I'm Feeling Fantastic video. That's like classic internet horror. If it's like dark outside, don't watch it. But if you guys are in the daytime right now, go look it up. It's actually a pretty fun video. It's one of my, I don't know, there's a lot of videos on YouTube, but I would dare say it's one of my favorites. I Feel Fantastic, I think is what it's called. It's like this mannequin basically sitting in a person's house, being recorded obviously, and they're saying like they're singing a song that's like I Feel Fantastic is the content of the song, and they just say that over and over. If I remember correctly, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's what the video is. And it's pretty scary, like especially if you watch it. Don't watch it. I stress this very harshly because I know from experience, especially as if you're like a kid, for sure don't watch it, and also don't watch this. I don't really want kids, on the demographic, but if you are, don't watch it at night. It screwed me up for sure as a young child. I don't think I'll ever be the same. Permanently changed the course of my life in many ways. I don't know how much I think about it on a day-to-day basis. Like, it's not that often, but it dictates my actions subconsciously, just because of how insanely frightened I was by just that first experience. It embedded itself into my brain. There's a lot of good scary videos on YouTube for sure. I had a long time. What was I saying? I had a long phase of my life where I was fascinated by like YouTube horror videos. So I would just go on YouTube and search like scariest video, and then I'd watch it. And there are these long playlists of like scary. You've probably seen them. Like YouTubers do reactions to them all the time and stuff like that. But there's a good solid well of content for scary. For individuals interested in being scared or seeing scary content, there's a huge swath of it. So, go ahead and find it. There's another one where, I wish I could remember exactly what it was. It was like a dinner table. I remember a dinner table, and I remember soup, I think, was on the dinner table. And it was, I remember it being really weird. I wish I remembered like the exact, specifics of it, because it was a really good video. If you guys find it, link it to me, because I remember it being really, really good. I think the other goat video that's kind of on par, I would say, with I Feel Fantastic, there's that one video where there's like the car driving the road, and then out of nowhere just like a zombie jump scares you. Yeah, that's a pretty timeless classic, I think. And other than that, I mean, after you've seen like those two, you've pretty much got like the surface level basics, so you don't really need to go any far unless you're interested in genuinely scaring yourself, because those ones aren't very scary. But if you go deeper, you can get super scared. Like there's this one that I saw recently, actually. It's been on YouTube for a while, but I didn't come across it until very recently. And it's like this horror project that someone made in like a house that was going to be torn down in Japan, that they had like, I think, inherited from their grandfather or something. And they basically turned the entire thing into a horror film set, and covered the wall. I don't want to spoil it. It's called like House Tour or something if you want to go find it. But it's very like, clearly they put a lot of work into it, and it's very intense. And I would say the work paid off for sure. It's very, very scary. I'll explain it here, and if you don't want to be spoiled, just like skip the rest of the video, I guess. I don't know. But basically it's this guy who's walking through this house, and there's no like actual words. It's just subtitles on the screen that are saying like, this is my grandfather's bedroom. This is my grandmother's bedroom. Here is a torn tatami mat. This is a door that leads to the longest hallway in the house. And loops around the house. I mean, loops around as they're walking through it. So they get to the door that opens, and it goes back into the same hallway. And it just goes on like that for a long time. But things slowly change about the house. And the walls become like more red and fleshy. And I watched the behind the scenes video. What they did to do that, which I was very interested to find out, because I was like, whoa, this is crazy. It looks awesome. How did they achieve this effect? They basically just covered the walls in tissue paper that they like dyed red, and then sprayed it with water right before filming so that it looked all wet. And it created this awesome effect. Like, it didn't really look like flesh. I think their intention was to make it look like flesh. And the only reason I call it flesh is because I think I remember them saying, like, I've never heard their voice. I don't think they use their voice in the videos, but I remember like them saying through text on the subtitles on the video that were like, something like, this is how I added the flesh textures or something like that. So it's clear that they, I think, intended to make it fleshy. I don't know that they fully succeeded, but what they did succeed in is making it super duper creepy, in a way that's not like, it's not fleshy. It's like super unique. Like, it's a texture that I don't think I can relate to anything else, because I've never seen anything like it before, but it really frightened me. And what I think is the most exciting about that video specifically is that there's no like climax. Like, it's just tension that keeps building and building and building, and then the video just ends. And like, there is like kind of a climax, right? Like, things get more and more intense, and eventually you see like the dead body of the grandmother, but it's like no big jump scare or anything. Like, it's just pure like horror. And I think a lot of horror relies on the jump scare as like a moment to prove like, hey, we are scary. Like, we did a jump scare. Didn't that scare you? And it's like, yeah, it scared me, but it doesn't really count, right? Like, I got scared because like, it's my natural human reaction to jump when I hear a loud noise. Like, it's not, it's you didn't do anything that, you know, that deserves to be praised necessarily just because you put a scary image on the screen and a loud scream. Like, that's a innate human like trait that I've developed over the course of many years of evolution to keep me safe. Like, it's not scary because of any psychological manipulation you did to me, you know? And when it's like a psychological kind of horror feeling, that's when it's the most fulfilling to me. When it's like, I don't know why this is scary. Like, it's not some quick jump scare that is scary because I feel like I'm being attacked by like an animal in the wild. Like, it's scary for some reason that I can't define, or that I can if I think about it, but like, it's a lot more complex, and it's like preying on my conscious mind rather than my subconscious mind, right? Like, fear in your subconscious is fine, right? Like, jump scares are cool and all. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, it makes me feel something, which is like your goal. And I guess you've succeeded on that front. But fear at a conscious level, where you're like thinking about it, and thinking about it is making you scared, that's like real shit. Like, that's like, that's the stuff that really scares a boy, you know? And I don't know that a lot of things do that right. It's very rare for me to find something that does that in a way that I'm like, wow, that was impressive. Horror is a tough genre to nail, so I don't blame anybody for kind of cheaping out and being like, okay, yeah, we're just going to do a couple jump scares here to make sure that people are scared, because I'm not like confident in my work. like I understand. But at the same time, you know, you could tell I'm kind of making fun of them a little bit, because it's like, I don't feel like you're really giving your full artistic merit into this project. You're just trying to make something that is passable, you know, like you're not trying to make something that is groundbreaking. You're just like, okay, here's another horror film in the long list of horror films that relies on jump scares to create its atmosphere. So it's kind of, you know, I'm not even a big horror guy, but apparently I have a lot of opinions on horror. I think it's because a lot of people in my family are horror enthusiasts. Um, and so I feel like I've been exposed to a lot of it against my will, kind of. And I've seen a lot of horror just by being in the room with someone while they were watching it. And it's given me an idea of what I like and don't like about horror, even though it's not a genre that I particularly seek out. So I've kind of, against my will, become a horror stickler, which I think is a fun thing to do. You know what, actually? I think being a stickler about things is often, I don't know, perceived as a bad trait, but I think it's often like a good thing. You know, it proves that you have artistic, not necessarily like intelligence, but like you've developed an artistic taste that you're like aware of and can pinpoint, which I think is valuable as a human person, being able to recognize what you find enjoyable and stuff. It's like, it's very useful in your life. So it's a good skill to have and good knowledge to be privy to. I think like one of those things that people kind of have bad vibes from is like music reviewing, right? Like I think, at least me, when someone's like, "Hey, bro, follow me on like album of the year," I'm like, "Okay, you're kind of lame. Like you're clearly doing this as like a performative thing. Like you care about other people seeing your music. Like it's not about exploring tastes. It's about giving others the perception that you are cooler, right? Like I don't vibe with that." But then on occasion, I'll talk to somebody and I can tell that they're genuinely just interested in music and finding out what like new things that they like that they didn't know about before, kind of thing. And it's like the exploration is what's fun to them and not the creation of an image. And those people, props to them because they're the goats of the world. Like they're keeping the wheels turning on society. And I think that they're going to be running the entirety of the government when the United States collapses. Like whatever new government comes overtakes the US, it will be run by the true like album of the year lovers, like not just the fakers, but like the real lovers of music, because they've got a developed sense of the world. Shawty, put that on me, do it again. I'm kind of I just got to kind of stem that out, practice what it would sound like if Quadeca gave me a feature. Like how would I come in? It would be something like that, I think. And then I'd do like my little verse or whatever, and then he'd say, "Dude, you're so sick, like you're awesome," and then I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much, like appreciate it." And then we'd like, you know, dap up. Maybe he'd give me a little hug. I catch a whiff of his scent, of his musk. I'd save maybe probably a piece of his hair, and like a shoebox. And I'd obviously I'd do it discreetly, hide it from him. I wouldn't want him to know this because that would be really embarrassing if he found out I was taking pieces of his hair. But yeah, I'm giving you too much info. You guys don't need to know all about what I would do if I met Quadeca. This is like, we're going too far here. So in any case, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so very much for your time. I've been Pat Dan. You've been great. Until next time, kick rocks, pal. Bye-bye.